Hi, beautiful glam gals. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to my channel. Please click on that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you are notified whenever I post new videos. Be sure to comment below on what you think of the video and also any ideas that you may have for tutorials that you'd like to see me do next. If you have anything in specific that you're wanting to know, I'm always loving to hearing feedback. Love coffee. Today I am going to be doing a tutorial that is inspired from the makeup look from Zoey Deutch. She wore this look to the Golden Globes just a few weeks ago. I went to Allure's website and clicked on the top makeup looks for the Golden Globes and scrolled through, and her look was just so classic and so just beautiful to me. And it was something that I felt like that even though it's red carpet, it is totally something that you could pull off either every day or for date night, or just if you want to sit at home like I'm getting ready to do here in a little bit and have a full face of makeup. So I really liked her look. I felt that it was just very glowy and beautiful. So we're going to be using these four gorgeous colors here from the Mary Kay Chromafusion line. They are Biscotti, Hazelnut, Dusty Rose, and Golden Mauve. So these four colors created this eye look. I also threw in my Espresso, which I just used to line my lash line. Again, I thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you liked the tutorial. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Let's get to it. All right, so I have already put on my base. I have my foundation on, I have my concealer, I have my eyes primed, and I also did my brows. So what I'm going to do first is my whole face, and then I'll finish off with the eyes and then the lips. So if you start off with the contour, then I'm just going to take this wonderful contour color right here. This is called, I think, Latte, and then a contour brush. So when it comes to contour, it really depends on the shape of your face, depending on how you contour your face. And it really depends on what type of look you're going for too, as to how you want to contour. So what I'm going to do today is just a simple, anybody can do and wear this contour. It's not for a specific face shape, it's just a standard, here's a contour. Whenever you're doing contour, you're wanting to take back, you're wanting to push back and shadow things that you don't want seen. You want to start right here where your ear touches your head, so like right here, and you want to follow this line to the corner of your mouth, but then you do not want to go past this line of your eye. All right, so the outside corner of your eye, that is where you want to stop. You don't want to bring that contour in to your mouth. So for this look, I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to deposit the contour down to that line that I told you about, and then I'm going to lightly push it up. So push and drag up. All right, and then you can also go back. You want to start in the very back because that is where the most color is on your brush, and that's where the darkest is going to happen. So you start back here and then you work your way forward. And then after you get the deposit colored, or once you get the color deposited, then you just want to blend out any harsh lines. Make weird faces like that. And really just soften that up. Same for the other side. So when it comes to the temples, we're just going to contour right up here in the hairline and down just a bit. I just kind of stay right here in this outer third of my forehead and right in the hairline, and then I blend it. You can, if you want, bring it all the way down your temples. It just depends on if you feel like that is something you want to hide. All right, so after I do that, then I work on my jawline. And I start right here in the center, and I kind of just push the product back a little bit. And this is instantly going to take away my double chin, but only while I'm looking forward. Because if you turn to the side, you can still see that I got my turkey neck that I inherited from my wonderful grandmother. Thanks, Grandma. All right, so then I take my contour up my jawline. So you just get some product and you lightly touch it, and you follow that shadow that's already there. You just follow it up right to the bottom of your earlobe. And right in here, you really want to darken that, and then you want to blend down. So after you do your jawline, you want to kind of like make a weird face like this. And if you see any really harsh lines, then you just kind of want to blend that out to make sure that there's no weirdness going on. If somebody sees you from the side, they don't look at you and like, oh God, that girl don't know how to contour. Once I get my contour on, then I like to go in with my bronzer. So this is just a really beautiful brown with a bit of shimmer to it, if you can see. I just take my big fluffy brush and I get it on the product. This is called Gilded Glow by Mary Kay, and it is limited edition. So I am so excited they brought back bronzers, because bronzers are definitely something that I love. They, especially in the winter time, they just add color to your face and your skin, and it makes it like, oh yes, summer is coming soon, but summer's coming. So for this, I just start on the outside of my cheek and kind of just swirl it around all the way up to that same place where I did the contour pretty much. So after I get my bronzer on, then I'll go in with my highlight color, and I do my highlight color before I do my blush, just because I don't want the highlight to be so like, oh, look at me, it's, 2015 highlight, So I just take a highlighting brush. This is the High Cheekbone Highlighter brush by Sigma, the F03. And I just take that highlighter, and this is Mary Kay's, this is Glazed by Mary Kay. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to lightly dust it right there on the top of the cheekbone. I don't want to go up in here to my eyes, because that is where wrinkles start. And if you put anything shimmering on wrinkles, they're just going to highlight them. Hence why they call this the highlighter. So I just go lightly on that cheekbone, right on the top of the cheekbone. And I want the highlighter to kind of peek through the blush. All right. Oh, I just broke a nail. So next up is my blush. I'm just going to grab my blush brush. This is one by It Cosmetics. And I am going to go in with this color here. I can't ever remember these colors. This color is Wineberry and is one of my favorites. So I'm just going to pick some up on my brush and be really careful with blush. Depending on the brand, it could be completely and totally pigmented, and then you put it on your brush, and then you go to put it on your face, and then it's like, boom, a whole lot of blush. So start really light. If you don't know how pigmented it is, then really start really light. So with this look, it looks as though Zoey really just has it on the outside of her apples of her cheeks. So we're going to smile just so you can find the widest part of your cheek, and we're going to do on the outside. And I lightly touch it and sweep it up. Just for an added blending measure, I go back to that brush that I put my bronzer on, and I just kind of like blend all three of those, the highlight, the contour, the blush, kind of just blend them all together. All right, so now let's hit up the eyes. So in looking at Zoey's picture, she has a bit of shimmer going on. She has some bushy eyebrows, but I think the bushy eyebrows is totally, if you have bushy eyebrows, to get that look. I don't have bushy eyebrows, so I just did my eyebrows normal. So she has some pinks that are in there, and then she's got the shimmer on the inner corners of the eye, and then it just kind of fades into a nice soft smoky eye. All right, so I always start off with my transition color. This is the color that I put in my crease. And I always usually go with this hazelnut color. This color here is just a nice taupey nude color that is perfect transition between whatever colors that you use. It's a good kind of like a skin tone type color. So I'm just going to pick up my blending E25 brush by Sigma. I pick up some of that product and I start from the outside in, and it's always best to like look down while you're doing your eyeshadow. If you're holding like a compact with a mirror, kind of like do this. If you're standing in your bathroom mirror, just hold your head up. It's easier than sitting there looking straight forward and trying to close your eye, and you can't really get your whole entire eyelid soft and smooth. Especially me, because I have like extremely hooded eyes and really wrinkly eyelids. All right, so I'm going to start off on the outside of my crease, and I'm doing small circular motions and also windshield wipers. And I'm just going to follow this right in my crease. And I'm going to go all the way in to the center of my crease. All right, so the entire crease, I'm going to do this entire crease. I'm going to go into my pink color. So this is a matte, no shimmer color, and this is called Dusty Rose, and it's just a nice mauve pink color. And I am going to put that on the outer half of my lid and crease. So I just pick up some product. Always knock off the excess, because if you don't know how pigmented it is, once you place it to your face, then it is just going to deposit all of that color, and you might not want all of that color. So you could also just go in really lighter than what I just did and pick up only what you want, but I always knock off the excess. So I'm starting on the outside and working my way in. I'm also going just above my crease. That way the pink tone shows up whenever I open my eyes. So like I said before, I have extremely hooded eyes, so I want to make sure that the color actually shows whenever I have my eyes open. And I am doing this color on the outer half of my eye. I'm stopped like right where the pupil is where I'm putting that color. And then on the outside, I've kind of like, you want to make sure you follow this line of your bottom lash line and it goes up and it should meet over here with your eyebrow. So you want to continue that line. So that is where I kind of want my eyeshadow to go. I don't want it to come down and be down in here or anything. So I just kind of like make a line, in a diagonal line from my eyebrow to my corner of my lid there. I just kind of make like a diagonal line right there just to bring that eyeshadow up. And this gives like the cat eye effect, but without that winged eyeliner. Once I get this color on that outer half, I am going to take a little bit more and I'm going to just bring it in just a smidge right here on this upper crease. Just so whenever my eyes are open, you see that pink. All right, once you get that color on, then I want you to go back into that brush that you used at the very beginning with your crease color. And this is your blending brush. So I just want you to blend out those edges. And I really want you to blend that crease color in with this pink. I just want you to get rid of any harsh lines. So if you've watched any of my videos thus far, you have learned that the key to makeup is blending. You don't want any harsh lines. You want to blend, blend, blend. But I will also say, however you do makeup, you do you and everything will be fine. But I feel as though makeup is definitely an expression of yourself. So if you like those really harsh lines and that is a look that you're going for, then by all means, you do you, girl. I, on the other hand, I really want a soft transition with all of my colors. So I just go back in here and I just make sure I blend out any harsh lines. All right. And if you feel as though you are taking that color up too high and it's getting too close to your eyebrow, which in this image of Zoey, it almost looks as though the color is touching her eyebrow, but she also has really low eyebrows. Like I feel as though I have a lot more space between my eyelash and my eyebrow than what Zoey has. Zoey has eyebrows that are way lower. So I don't really want to necessarily take the pink color all the way up to my eyebrow. I think that would kind of look weird. But I do want to bring it up higher so you see the pink color. But if you do feel as though you've taken it too far, then we can fix that here in just a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with my darkest shade. This is called Golden Mauve. And I'm going to use this right here on this outer corner, just to give it a little bit of depth. So I take a more defined brush. This is my Precision Firm Blender. It's a Sigma E42 brush. And I'm just going to pick up the product on the end, and I'm really going to just kind of keep my eye open and make sure I place that right there on that outside edge. So I make a bit of a triangle right there. So I come up, point, in, point, down, point on this outside quarter of my eye. And as always, go back into that fluffy brush and just blend out those lines and blend that color in with the rest of them. Once you get that color on the outer quarter of your eye, then I want you to go back into that with that same precision brush and put some product on the very tip of the brush. And this is where we're going to smoke out our bottom lash line. So this is the darker color and I want to keep it kind of on the outside half. So it's best to like look down with your head and up with your eyes. That way you can get right into that lash line without poking yourself in the eye. So I do like the outer half with this color. So in essence, we are just doing to the bottom lash line kind of like what we did to the top. All right, I then want you to take that same brush and I want you to go into your dusty rose color. And this is just going to add that pink to the bottom lash line too. And I want you to just go right over top of what you just did, right there in that bottom lash line. Okay, now that we have that in there, I want you to go into a dark brown color, so like the color that you did your eyebrows with. So here I have Espresso, and then I'm taking just, this is a pro liner brush. This is just a straight edge, square, rectangle, whatever brush. This one is by Lori Hogg. And I'm just gonna take and get some on the end. And then I'm going to take it right there in that lash line. And I'm just going to press it. Press it right there into the lash line just to give depth to that bottom lash. Okay, so now after you do the bottom lash line, I want you to do the same thing to the top. So I'm just going to come right here and I'm just going to press right there at my lash line. You can keep your eyes open for this. You can close them, however is easiest for you. But I just want you to press that color right there at that lash line. And I want you to stay on the outside half. Once we have that done, so now you have, a bit of a smoked out lash line with a little bit of depth with the darker color. So now we're going to add that bit of shimmer that she has right on the inside corners. So today I'm going to use the new liquid eyeshadow by Mary Kay, and this color is called Light Beam. So it comes in just a tube like this, and it has a doe foot applicator. I just want you to take that and I want you to touch it right there, just a tiny, tiny bit. Right on the inner corner of your lid. I want you to take that fluffy brush and I just want you to, if you got too much, but I just want you to tap that around and spread it. And spread it by just tapping. Don't really drag and pull. Just tap and spread that around just to add that bit of shimmer to your inner lid. All right, so I think that works for the bit of shimmer that she has going on in her inner lid. Probably even brought it down just a tad right in here. All right, so now we're going to finish it off with some mascara and lashes. So I'm just taking my Ultimate Mascara here and putting on a nice little base coat. Get right up into the bottom of your lash line to where you can almost feel the brush touching your lash line, and jiggle and pull out. This will really grab all of those little tiny hairs and give them volume. For the bottom, I just lightly touch. I don't put a whole lot of mascara on my bottom lashes just because they're long, and as soon as I get mascara on my bottom lashes, it seems like they instantly touch my cheek and I have a hot mess. So I don't usually do a whole lot on my bottom lash line. But if you are used to throwing a bunch on there, girl, you do you. I told you, you do you. Zoey has a really blushy pink color going on. So I'm going to use Mary Kay's new Trademark Pink. This is a semi-matte lip color. So obviously hers isn't matte, but this is going to be my base. So I'm just going to take this and apply it right. I start in the middle and I kind of like make an X in the middle of my lips. And this is just to kind of accentuate my Cupid's bow. And it's really helpful whenever your lipstick has a nice point to it. If it's old and you've used it over and over again, and it's kind of flat, then you could totally accentuate this Cupid's bow with a brush or a Q-tip or something like that. All right, once you get your lip color on, then we're going to go in with some lip gloss to get that nice sheen that she has. So this is Pink Luster. And so popping on those lashes, that finalizes our look. We're just going to finish it off by taking some setting powder onto your big fluffy brush. And I just usually powder my T-zone because that is going to be the area that gets the oiliest first and the shiniest first. I already set underneath of my eyes whenever I did my concealer, so this is just setting my foundation and my color. And then lastly, we're just going to take our setting spray. And really you only need probably like 4 squirts. I like to do like an X and then maybe a plus sign. And if you get that on there, then you are good to go. So this is my final look for the Zoey Deutch inspired makeup from her Golden Globes. What do you guys think? You liking it? All right. Remember to keep lipstick from getting on your teeth. Take your finger, do like this. Any sort of leftover lipstick you have on your finger is what could have been on your teeth. So be sure to do that, and then you won't have any mishaps with lipstick on your teeth. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining me today and watching this tutorial. Be sure to click subscribe, click on that notification bell so you get notified whenever I post new tutorials. Comment below with what you would love to see me do next. Any sort of video. I have some ideas of things that I like to do, but I always love hearing feedback. So again, thank you for joining me today. Bye.